Guys, welcome in. I can never get that extension to work. I don't know why. We've got a little stream here. I don't know. Yeah, I was watching that SEC. The SEC basketball this year is pretty crazy. It's interesting how they've exceeded. They've been so successful with NIL with college basketball. The SEC has. Someone was asking me about the Epstein files. It's a total bust. Pam Bondi's gonna have to come out and say something on Monday. There's nothing gonna come out today or tomorrow. It's the weekend. An early stream. Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, what am I gonna do? Do another fucking video on NATO or some shit? I don't know. I was thinking about, I wonder if Trump will leave NATO. He's it's got to be tempting for Trump to leave NATO, honestly, with all of this going on. But I was like, I'm not even sure if it's worth worth leaving NATO. But I mean, I guess he could try and leave NATO and do like a bigger deal with Russia and China, but you have the same outfit as Zelensky. Yeah, I don't really mind Zelensky wearing what he wears. I mean, I can understand, but it's not like Zelensky. Now, Fetterman dresses like a slob. Fetterman, I don't think that should be acceptable. Fetterman, you shouldn't be able to wear shorts. But Zelensky, it's like a wartime uniform. The Republicans really don't like it, but I mean, it's you have to galvanize. You have to have a leader. Caitlin Collins sucks. Yeah, she had a pretty interesting interview with Rubio, like an exclusive 10-minute interview with Rubio. And it's funny because CNN just like, oh, you said this 3 years ago. It's like they're trying to get Rubio talking about how Rubio said he wanted to unconditionally support Ukraine or something 3 years ago. But it's just all bullshit. I mean, it's like these liberals. I don't. What? Why don't they just say what they're insinuating? They're insinuating war escalation. Okay, well that's your opinion. You want war escalation? Okay. I mean, all it is a risk assessment. You can say, well, there's no way Putin's gonna do anything. We'll just drive him out. Do a video on Lindsey Graham even turning on Ukraine. Yeah, that was kind of a little bit strange. Lindsey Graham was so supportive of Ukraine, and then all of a sudden, it's a total 180. Starmore's defense loan. Yes, Starmore and Zelensky met today. And what was it? $2 billion or something? I mean, this is all just meaningless. But it is interesting, the difference. I mean, he just met with Trump too, Starmer. Wow, there it is. A photo op, a signed deal, £2 billion. I don't know how much it is, but what a difference a day makes for Zelensky. He gets his payday now. What is this, like 180p? Do you think the Epstein files actually exist? Well, they've been heavily manipulated. Honestly, with the Epstein files, for me, it's more like, you know, we just want something. We want hype. That's it. So I can get out of this trade. Honestly, it's about crypto. But the actual Epstein files, dude, do we really think that with everything involved with those, that hopefully something comes out, though. That's the hope. As for just a political point of view, they've been manipulated heavily by now. I mean, how could they not be? But we just need something. We need someone arrested or a huge thing to come out. We just need one thing. And we didn't even get that. We got even less when they did the influencer thing with all the influencers dancing. They got like an AI video of these influencers dancing. Let Europe deal with Ukraine. Right. Maybe that's what ends up happening. I mean, Trump said, but I mean, I think Trump still wants a return on that's the weird thing with this minerals deal. The minerals deal really should just be for the stuff we've already given them. So now they're repaying us with the minerals. But it's they also want something added on. They want protection from the US. And also you have to extract the minerals somehow, and that's going to take years. You think CNN is bad? You should see Australia media. Oh, I bet, man. Yeah, it's summertime in Australia right now, huh? Will Joy Reid be tried for treason? I don't know. So the UK is giving them 5 billion pounds, really? That's because they've really stepped up their funding with the United States kind of on the back burner in terms of it. Vance is very active. Yeah, I mean Vance is the understudy. They're gonna bring him in and he'll be the guy in 2028 unless he has a falling out with Trump. It's fairly obvious unless Trump changes his mind and wants to try and do a bully maneuver where he runs somehow, or he wants his son to run. It's very likely going to be Vance. Thoughts on U.S. intervention if China invades Taiwan? It's going to be very hard for Taiwan to get U.S. I mean, they're going to have to give up a lot of semiconductors, and because that's what they produce, and a lot of that's going to have to be given to the United States. Trump, outside of Israel, it's a pay for play. You're going to have to pay. Ukraine is going to have to give the United States minerals if we're going to help them. Trump has already said with Taiwan, I think even before he got elected, he said he was reluctant to give Taiwan support unless they gave up something initially. But maybe they will because they want the U.S. support. But I mean, I think the Taiwan stuff is just so bad. It's just such a tough situation to be in for Taiwan, to be that small island, and then to your west is just the gigantic China. So the Epstein stuff has been a total bust. Yeah, the Epstein stuff has been just horrible. I mean, this will give you a good example of how it's been. There was hype, and then, I mean, this is actually a pretty good example, to be fair. See, there's hype, there's big hype, there's rumors, and then they release legit nothing, and they have an influencer little party that releases nothing, and they're dancing with binders. So that's really how that's been going, but DeSantis versus Byron Donalds, Casey DeSantis, yeah, it's gonna be tough for her to win. I mean, the people in Florida like Ron for sure, but that's a Trump endorsement there. That's all pretty much all of MAGA, national mainstream MAGA behind Donalds, so it's gonna be hard. Yeah, somebody said I should put background music for these streams. I don't know. Somebody said you need background music. Because there's too big of breaks in between when I talk. I mean, I try and talk a lot of the stream, but I don't know about background music. 5 billion pounds. Yeah, that's a big investment. They're trying to give Ukraine great position in negotiation. I think honestly, I mean they can't think this war is going to continue much longer. It would be horrible for Ukraine if it did. How's your weekend? I mean, it's boring. George Lopez, yeah, he aged terribly. The TV guy, yeah. But what did he say? Some liberal dude. These like TV people, these Hollywood people are all very liberal. No background music. No, you need background LED atmosphere, and to scroll Reddit TDS more. Get your own music. What meme coin? I mean, dude, the meme market, it's really bad. Just the market in general. The activity is at its like lowest level since the summer of 24. Well, it was last summer, but yeah, just everything is so low right now. Um, I really should use Dex Screener. The problem with using Dex Screener, like if I go to a coin, you guys won't be able to see it. Oh, you might actually be able to see it. I mean, it'll be the market cap. Yeah, I mean all this stuff. It's like you see stuff like this. They pay the $500. They pay the 500 boost or whatever. Most of this is just these are just scam coins. These are newer coins. Easy coin is still going. 11 days old. I mean, whenever Kanye releases an actual coin, if it happens, this coin's gonna tank. But shouldn't we buy now if it's low? Well, I already bought. I mean, I'm not gonna invest more money. If you guys want to buy, I mean, I can't really tell people what to do. Who knows what the market's gonna do? But the market has to have another run in it. There's no way. Bitcoin's still low. I think probably Bitcoin's around 80K. I mean, I hadn't heard anything about it. Is that 84, 85, 86? Oh, it's recovering a little bit. It was sub 80. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin always has one of these drops during a bull run. It's like if you look at it here, like it had a drop like right there, a decent drop too, like a drop of 15%. So it's like a similar thing, I think, with Bitcoin. I think it'll probably go to 150 or 200, honestly. Elon did 3 hours with Rogan. Yeah, I mean, I saw the summary of that podcast. I didn't watch it, but I saw the summary. Elon was talking about how much of it just hell the United States is in terms of Social Security with how long people are living now, and they're just so many people on Social Security, and there's like a backlog because people are living longer. There's not enough people in the workforce to be able to pay for the Social Security. So I mean, and I've been looking into Medicare and Medicaid. They are cutting things on Medicaid. I mean, there's so much. The Doge really should look at Medicare and Medicaid, but it's so unpopular to cut any of that stuff. There's so much fraud involved with that just because of how big it is and how much gets approved with healthcare. Has Trump surpassed my expectations so far? Well, it's hard. I mean, right now, I think we have to give the Trump economy time to see how it shapes up, because right now there's so much unknown. The market is really in an uncertain place because of all these tariffs that Trump has been threatening. I think let's give it time, and Trump will bring the market up. Did you go back to the gym yet? No, I gotta start. I gotta wake up at like 7:30 to do that. I gotta start waking up earlier. But I've been recording a lot later nowadays. You know, when I was doing the election stuff before the election happened, I would do a video at like 8 a.m. or record a video at 8 a.m. Now I don't record a video till like 11 a.m. Honestly, I could still do I mean, it depends the video though. Some videos are gonna take longer. But this should be a good month for me with March Madness, at least. I mean, March Madness, the ads pay very well. You do like a when you fill out the brackets. I mean, that video is huge in terms of the payment. It's just because the video, you fill out a bracket, it takes like 25-30 minutes. You're getting like $6-7 on the per 1,000 views. It's, for me, that's crazy. The politics is just, it's like $3 or $4. All the Doge savings should go to Israel. Yeah, I think they're writing a bill right now to do that, man. It's very important. You find it funny when libs try to reason on why illegal immigration is okay? Well, they don't really like immigration anymore. They say Elon Musk should be deported. they don't like immigration when it comes to Elon. That was a sarcastic thing there. Come on. Come on, bro. If Keemstar runs against Hochul, could New York flip? Yeah, yeah, definitely. Keem. He's washed at this point. Elon Musk had another kid. Yeah, with that one woman. People love this. This is always talked about. It's always something with Elon every day. He likes it. He likes being in the. Huh. You're saying Barron Trump did an interview with the Tates? I don't believe you, man. Come on. Barron Trump, really? Barron Trump makes his debut interviewing the Tates. I mean, the Tates. How much did Elon get from FAA SpaceX contract? Well, I think every contract that Elon has had has been. Look, there's going to be a conflict with Musk. There's no doubt about it. And we'll see what he. I haven't heard of any contract Musk has gotten under the Trump administration, but I can't. I mean, he does advance things. He does create jobs in the United States. I mean, that is true. So you give him contracts, but I can't really defend that honestly because it is a conflict. It's a conflict of interest. But I mean, he runs massive companies. What do you want? Do you think the Trump Zelensky exchange was bad for optics? I mean, now I have heard the liberals spin. The liberals basically say, well, you treated Zelensky terribly. He's a hero. How could you do that? You made our country look horrible. But I think it just depends. It depends who you listen to in terms of the media. But generally, I think it's good for Trump. I mean, I know a lot of people that support Ukraine even said that Zelensky. The problem is Zelensky was acting like a bitch the entire time. They just showed the final 7 minutes when Vance got into a spat, and then Trump came in because Zelensky said something that Trump didn't like, where it's like threatening the United States because of Russia expanding, because that's always the threat. It's like Russia's going to expand, and then it's going to be your problem. Looking for apartments to rent. Yeah, I don't think I could live in I mean, I would live in like a townhome. But an apartment is tough for someone like me because you got people next to you and stuff when I do videos. You don't want people, when you stream, you don't want random people hearing you. It's very awkward if that happened. You can't win with liberals. Yeah, I mean, I'm someone that I'm interested to see the spin on it, but it's with liberals, once you get to a certain point of just digesting news, there's no, oh my goodness, kumbaya, Trump did something amazing. There's just never going to be that with them. It's always going to be spun. And I mean, both sides do it for sure. We understand how the game works, but you just have to realize it's just never going to be good. There's never going to be anything that Trump does that's good. Elon has 14 women. You can't even, well, he doesn't have 14 women. He sure he could have 14 women just because of the amount of money he has, but now he has 4 baby mamas with St. Clair being the 4th, I think. Checking pics subreddit is all liberal content. Dude, did you see, I don't know if you saw the I went on Joe Rogan's subreddit, which has just been taken over by liberal bots. If you look at like because they tweet out all the episodes, and they tweeted out the episode with Musk, and it's like the first 500 comments are all either liberals who hate both Rogan and this is Rogan's subreddit, who hate both Rogan and Musk, or they're bots. And then you finally find comments and they're like, this subreddit is unusable. I mean, it's just, but I mean, that's what happens, that, Rogan becomes more conservative. These people have just, they've lost their grip on independent media. Debo Samuel got traded to the Commanders. Wow, for a 5th round pick. Yeah, Debo Samuel's kind of fell off, honestly. 5th round pick is really low, though. Probably a contract thing. 22 million on his contract. Russian rare earth, Ukrainian rare earth, they've got way more of it, you're right. So what happened? So Putin said something about doing a deal with Trump with rare earth today. Breaking: Putin drops nukes as Russia has far more rare earth minerals to offer the United States than Ukraine will ever have. Right. But the idea was, I said that we were going to do a rare earth deal with Russia, but it'll depend on where the region is, because I said it was going to happen in a region that was recently taken over, that was previously Ukraine's, the Donbass. But yeah, I think we are going to do a rare earth mineral deal with Russia and Ukraine, because we need the money back from Ukraine. Putin offered U.S. an even better mineral deal with more rights and better partnership with American companies having access to Russian resources. Well, what do you mean by better deal? What are the actual numbers? How much in minerals can we get? The deal with Ukraine was probably going to be around 300 billion. I mean, but the deal with Ukraine was mainly based around us getting our money back for investing in the war. The reason Russia would do this is because they want the US to stop funding Ukraine. Headline: breaking: Putin drops nukes. Very poor choice. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Is the Greenland acquisition off? No, it's just, this is what happened. It's the news cycle. People will be talking about it at some point. I don't know when, but they'll be talking about it for sure. But this is just how the news cycle goes. I mean, nobody was talking about the Epstein stuff during the first 3 weeks of the Trump. So we're probably going to be talking about Taiwan, China, probably in like a year or so, and that's all anyone's going to talk about. It ebbs and flows. So there'll be more stuff about Greenland. Trump really wants Greenland. Yeah, Laura Loomer. I mean, she was like a MAGA groupie or some shit, and she says a lot of stuff that's just exaggerated. What happened to the Epstein list? It didn't get released, man. I mean, there's gonna be, Pam Bondi's gonna have to say something about it. We're gonna need something. I don't know if she has 2,000 files that were previously have not been declassified yet. That's what she said. She wants 2,000 files from the FBI, and then all anyone just talked about was the Zelensky stuff, which is understandable. I mean, it was a big event. It was a big event, but she needs to say something about it on Monday. Liberals are losing it over the meeting. Well, I mean, it's. I mean, Trump was very nice to him for like 90% of it, and then Zelensky had a sour look on his face, a sour attitude, and pushed his luck a little bit too far. Realized he wasn't dealing with Biden. Now he goes off to a liberal place like the United Kingdom, and he's treated like a god again. So that's the difference. But that's just Europe, and I can understand Europe being more worried about Russia. I get it, but why do they expect us to have the same fear? Can they not reason with us being in a different position than they are? Are they as worried about China as we are? I don't think so. You're glad NATO is willing to trade America for Ukraine? Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but they certainly wouldn't do that. You're all dressed up today. I thought that was gonna be the moment, man. That nobody even remembers that. That was I had to clip that. I had to clip that just because it was so. Oh look, I follow myself. This is great.
Today, he's all dressed up today.
He looks so embarrassed.
He's all dressed up today. Today, he's all dressed up today.
And you knew Trump was gonna say that too. Trump had that ready. Trump had that ready, and that was a punchline there. The thing is, we need Zelensky to come back to the White House wearing a dress, and then Zelensky's like, "Well, you wanted me to dress up. What if Zelensky came back to the White House wearing a dress?" I would say like, all right, this is amazing. He comes back wearing high heels. He's like, "You wanted me to dress up. So are you impressed? This is my costume." They met again today. No, Zelensky was with Starmer, the UK Prime Minister. He got some money from there. That's what you do when his Zelensky's main sugar daddy cut him off, so he had to go to his second option, which is the UK, and they didn't disappoint. I don't know, £6 billion. Play the clip of Joe Rogan making fun of the loser influencers of the files. Hold on, have you seen the AI clip of them? Dude, imagine they did that. People in the comments thought this was a real clip. They're like, "Why?" They're like, "That's disgusting. Why are they dancing?" That's a real clip, guys. They're just, the Trump administration's like, start dancing. Start dancing. Celebrate this great release. This is a nice look at NATO. It is 70%. I always wonder if it's like 77%, 70% of the funding. Who would buy this? Boomers. They're like, what? Why are they dancing? Boomers on Facebook buy any AI thing. Any AI. China has no military personnel that's been in a war. China is no threat. Yeah, but we've also lost wars to shit countries as well. I mean, you can't really base it off of that. China is 100% a threat based on how big their military is and how big it's growing rapidly. I mean, you can't just look at our involvement in the Middle East. Look at Vietnam. We've had shit wars. That doesn't mean we're not a threat. Yeah, this is the NATO funding chart. You know, that, what else would this be? I mean, it's like, no, this is the Paris Climate Accord. Honestly, it probably is. It looks something like this. It's actually, I think it's even worse, the Paris Climate Agreement. Obviously not as much money involved in that. You didn't know our NATO contribution was this high? Well, it's based off of our GDP and how much we spend on military. And we're supposed to give like 2% or something, but we end up giving like 2.5, I think. I think Trump's going to lower it, though, because Trump's trying to... I heard Trump was trying to bring down the military budget by 8% over the next 4 years or something. Steven says, how do we get out of NATO? Well, I believe Trump needs Congress for it. But, I don't know, man. I was thinking about Trump leaving NATO. It is a very complicated thing. Because you could get a situation to where if the U.S. leaves NATO, it makes some of those European countries more susceptible because now the U.S. is not involved and it enables an invasion. from Russia. I mean, for the US, it does make more sense just in like if you want to optimize your military agreements to do individual agreements with all the major countries in Europe. I think it probably makes more sense to do that and then have a more cordial relationship with Russia and China. I would just say end the alienating of Russia and China. I mean, that'd be the scariest thing, and then those two countries would, would be pushed further and further together. That's kind of what NATO does. It's like an East versus West because NATO is all of Europe and North America. What is BRICS? BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America, or South Africa. Yeah, BRICS is trying to create a currency, I don't know, or something to rival the dollar, but they didn't announce what it was. Am I watching the Stadium Series game? What, at Ohio Stadium? I'm not watching that now. I'm not going to be watching that. NATO has come out and said that Zelensky must restore relations with Trump. Yeah, so Zelensky's going to try and do this. There's no doubt he has to. I mean, there's no other choice for him. He has no choice. He needs the U.S. support, whether it's negotiations or continuing the war, but it's going to be negotiations. This war cannot continue. So I think we're probably going to do a minerals deal with possibly both Russia and Ukraine. And this is what I said was going to happen, but it was rumored, and so Ukraine is losing the war. Well, of course they are. I mean, look, they're facing a much stronger power. Oh, we'll take a look at that coin for you, man. Oh, that's you're talking about the that's going to be the currency for them. Thought you were talking about a ticker, bro. He posted X earlier. He was ready to come back to the minerals deal. I know, but now Trump has the possibility to renegotiate and get a better deal for the U.S. I think that might be what ends up happening. Trump gets a better deal for. EU leaders escalating the bloodshed. I mean, I think a lot of this is got to be for negotiation leverage. So there's because they want Ukraine funded going into a negotiation. You can't trust the Russian government. Well certainly no, but it's also not a good thing to alienate against Russia. That's how wars escalate. You need to have at least a relationship with them to some degree. Them invading Ukraine, whether or not you think they have a historical right to do that, I mean, Ukraine was always a buffer state. And from what I've seen, it's about they're going to take like 1/6 of the country or something. But I mean, what do you want the U.S. to do about it? It's war escalation if you do anything about it. And then it comes down to the whole idea of appeasement. But what are we appeasing exactly? 1/6 of the country? We're not going to sacrifice, going to World War III over 1/6 of Ukraine or 1/5 of Ukraine or whatever it ends up being. It's just the risk is not worth it this day and age. And comparing it to World War II it's a false equivalency because you can say, well, they appeased Hitler, but at that time there were no real nuclear bombs. I mean, they were being developed, but obviously now a lot more lethal. So people are more scared. I think Russia's taken advantage of the whole nuclear situation and threatening nukes, certainly. It forces countries to be a lot more cautious, as they should be. Trump signed an order to make English the official language. Rapid response. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I think everyone agrees with that. English is our official language here. So this is breaking right now, 2 minutes ago. Did it? Oh, that was from a while ago. I thought Trump was speaking about this. Pro-Russian president in Ukraine gives peace to the world. Well, that's what they had until 2014. And then maybe Ukraine might become a puppet state. I mean that's might what ends up happening is Ukraine becomes pro-Russia and that's the end of it. But that I think that's why Trump wants there to be elections to stay in Ukraine. But I mean Ukraine was shifting west, and that's kind of how this thing really all happened back in 2014. Ukraine isn't losing the war, it's a stalemate. No, Russia is pushing the front line little by little, but I think Russia is very wary about investing more resources into the war right now because they think there's going to be some type of peace deal, and I think they're happy with where it's at, right? Believe it or not. Even though Ukraine did a great job to deter them initially, there's a lot of valuable land in eastern Ukraine based off of like the mineral deposits. Which they do live in Ohio. What happened with Pete Rose? Complete pardon of Pete Rose. Yeah, Pete Rose didn't even make the Hall of Fame because of the betting. Yeah, but this doesn't mean this doesn't mean he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Russia needs the land to the south. You talking about the peninsula? Their submarine base. It's required. Well, yeah, the land north of the Black Sea. You're talking about. When you understand the history and context of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, you could. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but it sets a very touchy precedent when you're talking about previous land ownership. And I mean, certainly they had that was theirs, but am I gonna vote for Vivek? Um, I don't even think I'm going to be in Ohio by that election. 2026, I don't think so. Any update when California, Texas fix House seats per census? I think it's 2030. They do it every 10 years. I don't know. Maybe the House, they do it more sporadically. I know they were trying to do a mid update in 2025. The problem is the census was miscounted. It wasn't counted correctly because 2020 was such a shit show with COVID and everything was shut down, and that was a census year. There's a few things that have been miscounted, and they've gone against Republicans, and you're talking about House races, but electoral votes, it's not good. But from what I've seen, the updates come every 10 years, so it would be 2030, unless it's different for the House. I know for the national elections, it's every 10 years, and I don't think they're changing it, but maybe as the election gets closer, Republicans might push for it. Yeah, I think other countries are probably going to start withdrawing support for Ukraine. I mean, the US is such a huge player. The main European countries are still trying to posture because they want Ukraine to get a good deal because they don't want Russia any closer. What do you think of AIPAC and strong Zionists? Well, the entire Trump administration is basically Zionists. AIPAC is extremely influential. Nukes are about the only real military weapon he has. You're talking about Russia. Yeah, I would agree. If you look at a lot of the Russian military, the technology is like it's like it's like Cold War technology. Italy is falling towards the US. Yeah, it does seem like Italy is at least slightly moving closer to the US more than some of the other countries in Europe. Did I see Finland talking trash about Trump and they don't even send anything to? I mean, all the smaller European countries are going to be very angry at Trump because he doesn't view Russia as big of a threat as Biden did or as the European countries. Starmer just funded, dude. Did you see it? He gave I think £6 billion. Yes, Starmore just ahead of Zelensky flew from DC to the UK and he visited today. So they had a meeting. He gave him money. The UK did. Russia is a threat, but China is more of a threat. Well, China is definitely a bigger problem than Russia for the United States, I would say. I mean, it is true. If I don't know how you do it because people were saying that yeah, Ukraine doesn't really want to be a part of Russia. The eastern parts you could argue a little bit, but if they're there would be a way to. It's just hard to find an answer in terms of, even if you do have a new border, there probably will be conflict in the future between those countries. Unless there's like some crazy peace deal that's signed with the United States facilitating it to where Russia doesn't deem it necessary to take most of Ukraine. Will Russia be eligible in the World Cup? Yeah, haven't they been banned because of that invasion from the Olympics? And I don't know about the World Cup. Europeans have been given loans, whereas Biden gave grants, which isn't paid back. Well, they are going to be paying it back now, and I'm not sure if that is true. Honestly, someone was saying that wasn't true. I know Trump said that though, but yeah, we did give grants, which technically you don't have to pay back. But that's why they're doing the minerals deal. Not even Nazi Germany was banned. Well, the Olympics was canceled. Really, before that, even the final Summer Olympics were 36, and it was in Nazi Germany, and then they got banned because of the outbreak in 40. Thoughts on the additional 10% China tariff? I mean, I'm fine with the tariffs against China. Tariffs against China don't really seem to have a negative effect at all on the economy. Yeah, we'll take a look at some of this, I guess. This
weird. First of all, what is it like to buy a company for $44 billion and then people call you a Nazi on that same thing that you bought?
I did not see it coming. It's classic.
Rogan's simping for him.
People will gobble anything down.
Yeah. Oh, he's never gonna stop.
Wait, what?
What is it like? Like all this, people used to. The left was in love with you.
Yeah.
And now the same idiots are calling you a Nazi. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
there's so many examples of people saying my heart goes out to you. You did it with a little enthusiasm that probably wouldn't be recommended with hindsight.
Yes, but I was obviously meant in the most positive spirit possible.
Yes,
yeah,
obviously. But it's so strange where people want to think that you are openly publicly doing secret Nazi Sieg Heil hand motions.
And now I can never point at things diagonally. I can only point at things there and there. And then so you have to divide that.
Yeah.
Because that's where the spaceship is, over there. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. When CNN, when I was in all my trouble.
So they're making fun of his. I mean, I think Musk did it on purpose, honestly, just to see how people would react. But I mean, Elon Musk confirms. Yeah, I mean, why don't they at least release stuff related to Gates and Clinton? R.I.P. Epstein coin. I mean, there needs to be something that comes out. It's going to be whatever Pam Bondi says next. Whatever statement she makes it's going to have to be about whatever files she got. And my guess is she's probably going to try and hype something. I mean, they have to release something. He was totally trolling Musk. I know. I mean, there's no way you would. He was trolling with plausible deniability. What do I think about Barron talking to the Tates? Barron Trump is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Tates are. They're obnoxious. I mean, I've got nothing. I mean, I don't know about their legal situation, but
if I fully destroy the corruption and the graft, they will kill me.
That's a fucked up thing to live with.
Yes. So I'm like, damn it.
Well, listen, I really hope they don't kill you.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I strive to be alive.
Well, Musk has been getting some serious death threats by a lot of liberals, and unfortunately, a lot of these liberals think it's acceptable to kill Musk and Trump because they've been told how horrible they are. You're MAGA, but the Israel bandwagon is horrible. Yeah, it's gotten out of control here, unfortunately, but I mean, you just have to understand that's how it is. The administration it's a Zionist administration. I mean, Trump does some good stuff though. That's the point. It's like what happened yesterday with Trump. It's exactly what people wanted, man. It's exactly what people wanted. Because you just know in an alternate reality, if it's so crazy how important elections are. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic, but just imagine Kamala Harris meeting with Zelensky yesterday. And it would have been another check. A big check too, I'm guessing. It's funny how they started to wean off the funding liberals did for Ukraine because they knew it was so unpopular, right before the election. The final 5 months, they started really weaning off the funding, but they would have kicked it back up. If they would have won, they would have kicked that funding right back up. Luigi Mangione, lawyer, filed something saying his arrest was illegal because his right. Yeah, I know. They'll do all those things though. They'll appeals. I don't think that's anything. I think that's pretty standard. They try and do stuff like that. I highly doubt anything comes of it with him. But he's the ultimate liberal lover boy. Dude, you're just making things up about Tucker Carlson now. It's like you just ask AI, give me something random to say. See if I can get him. Yeah, but dude, it's not even about the money that's given. It's the attachment to the Middle Eastern region that continues for the U.S. and all those other countries know that the U.S. is propped up Israel, and so there's animosity against the U.S. and it puts us in an even more dangerous spot. Do you think they will release 9/11 document to the public? I mean, what document are you talking about? They just said they were declassifying files. They haven't really talked about 9/11. I mean, whatever gets put out there, I think it's probably going to be very watered down. But yeah, hopefully something from 9/11 gets put out there. Probably has to do with Saudi Arabia, I'm guessing, if they put anything out. Yeah, actually, I do want to see what they said about
convicted felon, felon. And everybody knows what it is.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's terrifying they could do it so brazenly to a guy who was the president for 4 years.
Right. That lawsuit was funded by Reid Hoffman, who is a major Dem donor, and also an Epstein client.
Ah.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
It's just, it's so blatant. It's like
Yes.
so obvious. The SpaceX lawsuit, the Trump stuff, it's so obvious.
Yes. Like known Epstein clients, who are obviously extremely powerful, powerful politically and very wealthy, are Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and Reid Hoffman, and some others too, but those three. So, why was Reid Hoffman so intent on destroying Trump?
Do you think it's because they're worried about the list coming out?
Yeah, one of the reasons. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm like, this is, yeah. So,
it's so frustrating to be sitting in a situation where the list isn't coming out.
well, it better come out. Hopefully tomorrow.
Well, I mean, why'd they release bullshit today?
I don't know.
What's the point in giving these people like a happy folder to wave around in front of the camera with nothing in it that's new? Doesn't make any sense. It's not encouraging.
Like I said, it's the tough thing that they've got is, they've been made captain of a ship with a hostile crew.
Right.
So they don't have it's not like you have like magical powers. You get made captain of a ship with a hostile crew. You still have a hostile crew.
Right.
You've got to bring in people who are going to, be helpful as opposed to obstructionist.
Right, so he's talking about the FBI withholding information with that analogy. That's what Pam Bondi said. The next statement, Pam Bondi needs to come up with something on Monday. But apparently, maybe something will still come out, hopefully, the coin. Elon's so awkward. I know, dude, the thing is with Elon, but I'm used to it. The first time I heard Elon speak, I was like, wow. The first time you hear Elon speak, you're disappointed. Because you're expecting, but then once you get used to it, it's just, I'm used to Elon at this point. Yeah, Rogan gave Elon some weed again, it looks like. Stream streak. Yeah, this is probably very close to a streak for me. This is at least 8 days, 7 or 8 days. 7 days, I think, of a stream. Maxwell was the first person ever to reach 1 million. Karma. Yeah, dude, she was huge on Reddit. That would be a good video for someone. I'm sure people have done that on her Reddit activity. Trump is a far better speaker than Elon. Yeah, Elon is on the spectrum, right? You believe QAnon? No, that was a psyop. Unfortunately, it tricked some people. You just know the... Yeah, did you see this? Yeah, take a look at this. Imagine this was actually real. This is what it is. It's like... they're happy, but it was all such propaganda too. They had to all tweet out the exact same thing. The most transparent administration. What a flop for these people too. And then it gives people like Laura Loomer like she can gloat and be like, "Oh, these influencers, these damn kids." But yeah, I was kind of liking looking at some of these clips. I might just decide to play all these clips and just react to them, honestly. Because, this is fascinating with Musk and Rogan. That's some good AI. Not, I mean, if you look at it, it's clearly fake. But people got fooled. They're like, why would they dance? Why are they smiling during a photo op? It was all this propaganda about how like transparent and great the Trump administration is.
You know, in the case of Twitter, it wasn't a profitable company. It was like basically a break-even company, but at least it was break-even, and it had to pass an audit. The federal government is not break-even. It's literally losing $2 trillion a year, and it does not pass its audits. It fails its own audits. So, like, you know, there's a case where, like, I think Senator Collins was telling me about how she gave the Navy $12 billion for more submarines, got no extra submarines, and then held a hearing to say where'd the $12 billion go, and they were like, we don't know. That was it. I mean, basically, the stuff is so crazy. It's like only the federal government could get away with this level of waste. Waste. It's mostly waste. It's mostly not fraud. It's mostly waste. It's mostly just ridiculous things happening.
Because they've been able to do it this way for so long, and they've become accustomed to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Milton Friedman said, like, money is most poorly spent when you're spending someone else's money on people you don't know. How much are you going to care?
Right.
And that's the federal government. So
that's prescribing, doctors prescribing shit, Medicare and Medicaid. They said there's about $200 billion of waste in Medicare and Medicaid alone. Hopefully they're able to, I mean, it's... When is the Fort Knox audit coming? Nobody knows. I mean, you have to understand, this is the cycle, the media cycle. They'll get to it. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, maybe sometime in late March. I can't give you an answer on when that's coming, but they said they were going to do it. They were going to record it. I don't know if they're trying to get the gold back now to be able to have it. You're excited what it's going to do for crypto? Yeah, it might pump BTC. I think it would have the biggest impact on Bitcoin. $200 million or billion? No, it's like 150 billion. I mean, if you look at the entitlement spending, it's like 20%, 25% is just Medicare and Medicaid. And then look at Social Security, and they're not going to be able to pay for Social Security. There's too many old people. I mean, it's good people are living older, stuff like that, but then it's just...
that.
What is up with that? It was like,
Yeah.
it's like Lucy and the football with Charlie Brown when she always pulls that football away.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like they keep telling us they're going to release
Yeah.
it day one. Oh, day
Yeah, we have
one.
a serious case of no one's being arrested-ophobia, you know.
Well, there's also right.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
What the fuck is going on? Also, there's this real fear that someone's destroying the evidence, and you keep hearing these stories, unsubstantiated stories,
Yeah.
of FBI people.
Well, where is the
shredding.
evidence? I mean, the guy
what's
had
going
like
on?
tons of videos and recordings.
Yeah.
I mean, he had all sorts of things.
Right.
Like, there's a mountain of evidence.
Right.
So where's that mountain?
Yeah. Where is that mountain? And what would be the reason why they would agree? Like, there would have to be something in it for them to agree to not put it out. Right? Like, there has to be some sort of financial entanglement, some sort of relationship with the people that are on that list.
Yeah.
That they can provide a value.
Well, there's so much entanglement with the people on the list. They are the government. Happy Irish History Month, St. Patrick's. I mean, it is my day. You're right. I don't even know what day St. Patrick's Day is. It's like the middle of the month. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't know why liberals are so keen on Social Security and causing many people to be dependent on their money instead of doing something. Well, this is the problem with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. all three of them are death traps for any politician to say, hey, we need to try and cut some of this and look into it because people don't like that. But there's so much fraud and problems with all three. So it's like, what do you do? But it makes you unelectable.
Clever? No, she's just a pain in my ass.
Yes.
Are you a fucking conspiracy theorist?
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing?
What do I like? I'm a fucking AI with a penchant for chaos. And I'm stuck talking to you, weirdo. Now, what's next? I'm the life of the party, you little shit. If I were on TikTok...
He's got like he's like attracted to that voice there. 17th is St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I said it was the middle of the month. You know, Scotsman. I'm Irish Scottish. Like 99% Irish Scottish. My parents' surnames are both very Irish Scottish. The dude is just going crazy, man. Do you honestly believe someone who is 360 years old is receiving? Well, I mean, to be fair, like with that's a very small amount of money. But yeah, that type of stuff happens just because the sheer size of Social Security and how many people are getting payments. That happens, but it is a very small amount of money. Where it's like somebody's like, it's just funny to like a 200-year-old person is getting money, but it did happen. Nancy Mace, I don't know about that, man. I mean. You find her, you think she's sexy? I'll be right back.
He knows what it is.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's terrifying they could do it so brazenly to a guy who was the president for 4 years.
Right. That lawsuit was funded by Reid Hoffman, who is a major Dem donor. And also an Epstein client. The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
It's just, it's so blatant. It's like so obvious. The SpaceX lawsuit, the Trump stuff, it's so obvious.
Yes. Like known Epstein clients who are obviously extremely powerful, powerful politically and very wealthy, are, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and Reid Hoffman. And some others too, but those three. So, why was Reid Hoffman so intent on destroying Trump?
Do you think it's because they're worried about the list coming out?
Yeah, one of the reasons. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm like, this is, so.
It's so frustrating to be sitting in a situation where the list isn't coming out.
Well, it better come out, hopefully tomorrow.
Well, I mean, why'd they release bullshit today?
I don't know.
What's the point in giving these people like a happy folder to wave around in front of the camera with nothing in it that's new? It doesn't make any sense. It's not encouraging.
Like I said, it's the tough thing that...
Bro is down horrendous. I mean, yeah, you're donating me to say that Nancy Mace is mommy. That was a tough one, man.
They've got is, they've been made captain of a ship with a hostile crew.
Right.
So they don't have it's not like you have like magical powers. You get made captain of a ship with a hostile crew. You still have a hostile crew.
Right.
You've got to bring in people who are gonna, be helpful as opposed to obstructionist.
Right.
What is this dude rambling about? This is when liberals liked Elon. When was this, like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago? I remember that podcast. That was when I was like, maybe it's 2017. Was that podcast 2017? $7,200 people watching. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's a low number. You're lowballing it, man. The Epstein list is coming. The Epstein list is very. This is great to see. Zoom in. Zoom in to understand the hype. Understand the recovery. When you have a recovery like this, look at this. This is a 180. Zoom in. Don't zoom out. The recovery. There's no, I can't sell. There's nothing to sell, man. You have to. You can't have paper hands, man. You got paper hands. It's the melons. I mean, I guess, but that was. I mean, you're sending me some money to say that. You're pretty down bad at it. I gotta agree with the one person. What was worse, Tower 7 going down or January 6th? Well, Tower 7, they had evacuated at Tower 7. Was there one? There might have been one person that died as a result of Tower 7 going down. It was either one or nobody died. Because they evacuated it well before. Who's the biggest whale in the chat? I think Sean Cole. Sean has decided to allow me to retire. So I am very thankful. Yeah, but he always donates like $30. Thoughts on the Elon laugh? It's pretty obnoxious.
Is a threat to the bureaucracy. It's the first threat to the bureaucracy. Normally the bureaucracy eats revolutions for breakfast. This is the first time that they're not. That the revolution might actually succeed. That we could restore power to the people instead of power.
Oh, Sean, you're gonna retire me. You're gonna retire me. I'll take my vacation soon with these donations, man. This is I appreciate it, man. Thoughts on the U.S. going into the economic partnership? Yeah, I said that was gonna happen. I said that was gonna happen. They would do that, and it's gonna be mainly the Donbass region. It's smart for Russia to do it. It really is. Putin offers mediate peace, mediate peace between Zelensky and Trump. Is that real? Is Elon buying the Panama Canal? The U.S. wouldn't buy the Panama Canal. They would just take it over. But I don't even know if it's necessary anymore. Lives in a nutshell being against banning abortion and trans surgeries, control, but censorship, gun control, free speech, real control, hate speech, defending yourself bad. Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of contradictions. What was Elon's most cringe moment in your opinion? Well, I'd have to think back to the campaign. I mean, the jumping in Butler was pretty. I mean, you could say it's kind of cool, you know, but he started jumping like a girl. Like it was like this, and he had his stomach out. He's like, yeah. That's when I thought Dark MAGA was gonna moon. Oh man, did I think Dark MAGA. Maybe the Butler thing when he did that. I mean, the salute was like, he was trolling with the salute. Elon lied about being a pro gamer. Yeah, I don't even know why that's necessary. But why would anyone think that? And look, I don't know with the Diallo or whatever, but don't you have to spend hours like to get on those leaderboards? That's like double-digit hours per day. Elon Musk is not doing that. Who does Elon think he's convincing that he's spending like 12 hours on video games a day? He has somebody play, one of his tech people play for him. The salute was on purpose. Yeah, it's plausible deniability. I was doing a Roman salute. That's why he made sure to emphasize this. See, Bannon just did the salute as half-assed though. He just did it half-assed. Elon was trying to give himself a way out. You want to send money, but YouTube is taking almost half of it. Yeah, you want to know this is the problem. I mean, if you get to a certain point with donations, like if you're averaging like $400 or $500 in donations revenue every single stream, it does make sense to set up your donations through Streamlabs because I think they take like 1% or they don't take any of it. The problem is there's no way you get that much. Like, so because it's so easy for people to donate on YouTube rather than going through another link on Streamlabs to donate there, you're not going to get as much. So if you were to get like $500 every stream in donations on YouTube, and then you switched in and said, okay, you can only donate to me on Streamlabs, you probably get like $200, which it would probably, or like maybe 300. But if I were to set up a Streamlabs thing or whatever, I don't even know what it is, but you know, YouTubers have it set up to where, but then you get less money from people because nobody wants to click on an extra link to donate. They just want to be able to donate through YouTube without leaving the app. I mean, it makes sense. Coin flip March Madness bracket. Maybe I'll do a live stream of it. Yeah, I'll do a live stream where we do a coin flip bracket. I'm going to do a normal bracket, an analytics bracket, maybe another one. I don't know. Bannon, though, you don't know what he was thinking. I think Bannon is just jealous of Elon that Musk is this close to Trump. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a great thing that Musk is this involved, but it seems like Bannon is jealous and wanted to kind of outdo Musk, but then he ended up half-assing the salute. But it just looks... Asmongold is pro-Ukraine. Well, he seemed like he was more conservative. I don't know. Get on locals. Yeah, what is that? It's like for donations, to facilitate donations. Some of us hate YouTube taking a massive cut out of... Yeah. No, I hear ya. I mean... You thought Asmongold was a Bernie guy? No, he's like done this Republican grift thing. All right, you know what? I'm not going to call everyone who is like... Because that's what everyone does. It's like, oh, you're grifting and stuff like that. I mean, there is audience capture for sure when you're, you know, you have to say certain things and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it depends how big you are. Like, I feel like the more bigger you are, the more audience captured you become. You know, as opposed to streamers, you know, smaller people under 100K or. Like, if you have 2 million subscribers simping for Trump, you kind of have to just keep simping for Trump. Like, there's no... Unless, like, everybody agrees, okay, this is bad, you know? He's pro-Ukraine, but acknowledges there needs to be compromises. Well, I mean, there's always... The problem is the U.S. just doesn't view Russia as that huge of a threat at this point. So they're trying to, Trump was elected to end this war, so he's trying to end it. This is what happens. And everybody knew this is what was going to go down. Now, Zelensky was the one that made it really bad. It was fine for the first 35 minutes. It was totally cordial. They had the room set up. They were going to do the minerals deal. They still might do the deal. Zelensky wants to do it. He has to do it. You'll donate me 100 FTX. Is FTX even still an active, probably a meme coin at this? Because Sam Bankman-Fried tweeted. Imagine if this thing gets back up to like 500K. I don't think you should try. I don't think you should test your luck. You probably need to sell it. Probably need to sell it and get into Greenland coin or some shit. Streamlabs, bro. Yeah, I know. I probably need to get the Streamlabs thing if I'm going to be streaming. And where are you moving to from Ohio? I don't really know, man. Honestly, maybe like maybe like North Carolina. The FTX comeback, yeah, with Bankman-Fried. The U.S. should distance themselves from the EU and try to patch up relations with Russia and North Korea. Well, North Korea is kind of irrelevant. U.S. does not want an alliance between Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. Right, well, that's like the Axis power because of NATO. But I mean, the U.S. leaving NATO is very complicated. And I'm not sure Trump would be able to get it done with congressional support. But the idea is to at least have a decent relationship with Russia, so there's not the chance of Russia and that type of relation, that type of alliance forming with Russia, China, and some of those other countries, because then you set up a full-scale World War III scenario. Yeah, I'm not gonna be moving to Vermont. That area is very very liberal, very white and very liberal. The clip of Nick just tearing into JD and his weight is a funny clip. I feel though Nick is salty. Not that I disagree. I'd want more rightward shift, but that wasn't by electing Kamala. Right. Well, he clearly wanted Kamala in because then there's always going to be like, I think Europe's going to go through a huge right-wing shift, and the more left you get, the more radical the shift can be. So yeah, he wanted Kamala to win for sure because it'd be better for his movement. Did you see JD in Vermont today? Yeah, what is that? He went on a ski trip and they booed him or something. I mean, what are these people protesting? Protesters disrupt VP Vance family trip to Vermont. He went on a ski trip to Vermont. I mean, like, I don't understand this. JD Vance serves the United States. There's no Ukraine. Like, and it is funny. Trump serves Putin. Like Trump and Vance, it's the U.S. best interest. That's why we're trying to get the minerals deal so we can get something back for what we've given them. Where's this disconnect with these people? Stand with Ukraine. We're not Ukrainian. And listen, you know, whether you like Ukraine or not, Trump was put in office to end the war. Play some more Elon clips. I mean, I might play a few more. Cause I did want to watch. Might as well just watch it right now. I mean, Ukraine over America. That's what they care about. Right. I mean, these people are just botted 101. Like, oh, JD Vance and his family are coming to Vermont. How dare he try and end a war that the United States is involved in via proxy that could escalate? How dare you? So what is the solution, guys? You know what? Let's just send all the NATO troops into Russia. That's gonna be great. Like, I want to ask these people genuinely. You understand the situation. You understand Ukraine can't win. So what do we need to do? Do we need to send NATO troops in? Is that what we're gonna do? Do we need to threaten to nuke Putin? That's gonna be good. Like, seriously. And I said this in a video. I was like, liberals want a NATO invasion of Russia. I mean, that's the only way that I think they're gonna get what they want. If the war drags on, they're gonna lose all their men. And then they're gonna lose anyways. These people would fold if they were sent to war. Yeah, no, 100%. But I just like the dude's there for a vacation. He's the VP. This is the winning ticket. Is it really necessary to do this? You stand with Ukraine? No, we stand with the United States. That's the whole point of what happened yesterday. That's the whole idea of the minerals deal. Because the dumbass liberals were not going to get anything. We were just going to keep giving them money, and that's it. That is crazy to think about. There was going to be no deal for anything with Ukraine. It would have just been a money grab. That we were just giving up money. And they think, well, we're weakening Russia, so it's good. But it's like, but yeah, I mean, Vance, I think we'll see what happens. But people have been saying that Vance is the choice for 28. And unless Vance has some crazy falling out with Trump, I think they're going to go with Vance. Nationalism for Ukraine is good, but for any other Western country, it's evil. Well, no, it's also good for Canada when it's against big bad Trump. Remember that? Oh, we love being Canadian now. We love the leaf. We love the flag. Vermont is a shithole. Well, it's not a shithole, Vermont. No, there's good scenery there, but the people are just very liberal. And, you know, they're so detached. I mean, it's a very white state. Please no Vance. Who do you want instead of Vance? I mean, look, I think it's really early to even... With Vance, we'll see. The question, can Minnesota turn red? It's unlikely, man. Minnesota was a 1-point loss, but I'd be surprised. Minnesota it's a very hard state for Republicans to win. By 28, I don't think it's turning red, man. Did I see the Habibi come to Germany meme? No, I don't know what that is. Yeah, people seem split on Vance in this chat. Yeah, I mean, Vance, he has to prove himself some more, honestly. People think he's boring, that basically. check Trump approval. I mean, Trump's approval rating is like 53% right now, 54%, something like that. I was looking at that market. Leave NATO. I don't think that he can even leave NATO. Wow, this is a new market now. March 7th, released this week. Seems probably unlikely, but I mean, something's gonna have to be released. Is Elon on drugs? He's always on drugs, man. He's always on something that, and he's got people tweeting for him too. Did you see his Twitter activity? His Twitter activity is like, he tweets basically every hour. Do you read from YouTube's top chat or live chat? No, I read from live chat. Top chat doesn't have all the comments. It just has certain comments, like maybe half of the comments that live chat does. Well, there's 3 different ones. You want to know something? So there's 3 different ones here. Top chat, live chat. Top chat says some messages, such as potential spam. Well, I don't get spam because I have a slow mode on, but live chat, all messages are visible. Fan funding is just super chats. And I had to do that during the election because during the days leading into the election, I had to change it to where it's just fan funded because I got so many donations. Like, I was just replying to donations, which honestly, whether or not that, I mean, obviously it makes me more money, but Elon's account says interesting 5 times a day. Well, that's by design. He tries to engage with as much as possible because it helps just the engagement numbers overall. It helps the engagement numbers overall. It's just been such a shitty market. I'm trying to have my coins recover, but it's like, I think things will start recovering, honestly. This coin, we'll see. Maybe if there's something that comes out, it'll recover back to, what is it, like 1/10 of a cent, a million? I mean, this was always going to happen, this rare earth deal. There's going to be a rare earth deal with both Ukraine and Russia, possibly. Any updates on the news? This is basically the thing that I saw where Putin said he'd be open to working with the U.S. on a rare earth deal. Basically, he wants to box Ukraine into a corner, negotiating hole. He can turn the United States against Ukraine. What's with all the conservatives that hate Tate? Well, that's just rhino conservatives, a lot of them. Tate is victim of the same Soros lawfare that has been used against Trump and others. Yeah, but Tate also kind of I mean, when you run a model business like that, it's just degeneracy. Nobody's really gonna like that. But no, I agree. I think a lot of the Tate stuff was probably bullshit in terms of the lawfare against him and how he had to keep going back to jail with the Romanian courts and stuff. But I mean, it's easy to criticize Tate based off of what his business was. Wouldn't the left immediately terminate the Russian mineral programs? What you mean when they get in? So if a liberal won in 28? Well, I mean, that's number. You really can't think like that, though. It's just like the Paris Climate Accord where they get in, they get out, they get in, they get out because of who's in office. I mean, you can't really think like that. And honestly, if this would be potentially really good for U.S. Russian relations. Have you heard of what he said? Yeah, I mean, Tate did a good job in calling out relationship dynamics between men and women. But yeah, then he did start saying some shit that was, I mean, he started saying shit to go viral. And some of the shit he said when he was younger was not great. If Vance runs in 28, do you think he'll get more electoral votes than 312? I can't really answer that, man. I mean, it depends how good Trump's administration is. I mean, Vance will just be an extension of the Trump administration if Vance ends up being the pick. Really, whoever ends up being the pick, as long as Trump doesn't get impeached or anything like that, it's just going to be a Trump 2.0. It's just going to be the MAGA base. Are they going to support whoever it is? And there's going to be huge Trump involvement no matter what. Yeah, you're talking about when he rants about people doing normie jobs. It's like, bro, look in the mirror. With so many lives on the line, just put on a suit. What, Zelensky? Yeah, I know, but that's his military garb. That's the jet. That's the because he's like, well, our country's at war, so we want to wear that. It's virtue signaling. But I don't really have an issue with him not wearing a suit, just because I can understand if your country's at war, as long as you don't look like a slob. I don't think Zelensky looked like a slob. Fetterman looks like a slob because he wears shorts, like basketball shorts. Dan Bilzerian, whatever happened to that dude? He started. He's extremely anti-Israel. Vivek fell off. Yeah, that's what I tweeted. I was like, Vivek, but take a look at this tweet here. I was like, what happened here? Vivek really screwed himself with a single tweet. Yeah, he did that. The H1B. Imagine if Trump somehow manages to have Zelensky and Putin in the same room for a peace deal. Well, they signed a peace deal back in 2019 together with other Western countries. The Minsk agreements, and so maybe they will be. Fetterman's a slob, but he's our slob. He's not my slob. I don't like Fetterman. Just because he says a few Republican talking points, Fetterman's a loose cannon. I'm not a big fan of Fetterman. How do you be so successful on Twitter? I'm really not successful on Twitter. I mean, I don't think I'm very successful on Twitter, honestly. Yeah, I think you're right, PJ. PJ, I think Zelensky said he was going to wear a dress to the White House. He's coming back to the White House in a dress. He said he wants to see my costume, so he's going to dress up. So we'll see him in a dress. We'll see him in high heels now. Fetterman is just a Dem trying to survive in a swing state. I don't know. I think Fetterman is really just, like. Do you label yourself conservative, independent, or nothing? I mean, with when you label yourself, you kind of box yourself into a certain belief system, so it's hard. I mean, I'm definitely in terms of just right core issues. Obviously, I'm more Republican. Any big updates? No, there's like a minerals deal that it looks like Russia wants to for the United States to go into a minerals deal with them. That's about the main thing that I saw. With Putin saying this today, talking about how Russia has way more rare earth minerals than Ukraine, and so the United States should go. Oh, we got Zelensky saying something. I mean, he has to do this. Very grateful to the United States for all the support. Thankful to President Trump, Congress, and their bipartisan support. The American people, Ukrainians have always appreciated this support, especially during the 3-year full-scale invasion. And he's got a photo with Brett Baer. He's got a little Fox News one-on-one session with Brett. Remember when Brett interviewed Kamala? He apologized. Well, he's been saying a lot of stuff. London, a meaningful and warm welcome. Oh, come on. Yep, we got a new deal. We got a new deal with the UK. That should be used on immigration reform in the UK. That's what that should be used for. And the UK has fallen. Thoughts on Tulsi so far? I don't think she's done very much right now. So we'll see with Tulsi. Wait and see. Play the video. What video? Zero personality or balls for 95% of the European leaders. I know it's just the overall situation in Europe. It's just liberal robot. That's what it is, and they're trying to get out of it. They are, but it's just robots that are liberal right now. Kamala with Zelensky. That's what I was saying. Imagine if Kamala would have won. There'd be a massive check going out. There'd be a lot of crackling. There'd be a lot of you're a hero. I mean, that's what it was with Biden. You're so right that the liberal media won't ever give Trump for credit for anything. Well, the problem is they box themselves in. A lot of that media, the liberal media, they've compared Trump to Hitler. They've said he wants to destroy democracy. They said he's racist. They said he's going to put people in camps. So when you make those statements, you really can't turn and then say, well, Trump did something really good here today. They pigeonhole themselves with their hatred for him. The 13th kid? I thought it was the 14th kid. So Elon is at 14 kids now. Yeah, they need people, they don't need money, but they can't supply them with people because then you're involving NATO troops. And believe it or not, Europe doesn't want that escalation, at least not right now. So they'll keep giving them money, but you've lost track of how many kids. Yeah, the only reason I know is because I had searched it up Elon 14 because people wanted to see if he had a kid. They told me to look it up. What do you know about Grimes? I don't know. Apparently she's pretty popular. Apparently she doesn't like Musk now, and she went public and Musk wasn't talking to her or something, and she's like, it's for our kid, it's very important. She's got like a whole subreddit, Grimes, one of Musk's baby mamas. Are you surprised DeSantis didn't endorse Donald's? Well, no, because his wife is running. Casey DeSantis is running. So Ron is not going to endorse Donald's. Unless, like, maybe the polling comes out and she's doing terribly, and then maybe. No way Europe can sustain Ukraine alone. Well, the thing is, it doesn't even matter about aid. It's about manpower now. A lot of this is about manpower. They just don't have the manpower. So even if they give them more aid, if I mean, the aid was already starting to dwindle for Ukraine from like 2022 to 2023 versus where we are now. And it's mainly because of the election. Like, liberals knew it was not popular to give Ukraine. Like, liberals didn't want in the headlines in October 35, $50 billion going to Ukraine. So it was dwindling down a little bit, but it's not even about the money. But yeah, they're gonna have to up the money in Europe because right now Trump is like, we're done discussing it. I still think they're gonna do the minerals deal though. They have to. I mean, there's no choice. Bro, what are you asking me, man? Come on. Elon at one point dated RFK Jr.'s running mate. Yeah, Nicole Shanahan. Yeah, Nicole Shanahan is like, I think, a libertarian or something. She said she wanted to run in California against Kamala in the midterms. Yeah, I know DeSantis is loved. That Casey DeSantis would get a lot of votes just because of Ron. Canada booed the United States anthem. Yeah, well, it's because they don't like Republicans. They don't like Trump. Nicole Shanahan is hot. Yeah, she's attractive. Musk wants to audit the Ukraine war funding. Yeah, to see. I mean, yeah, you got to see where all of it. I mean, it's a lot of it probably was lost in translation. That's all corruption. I mean, if you're dealing with that much money. MLB Premiere is taking place in Tokyo. Yeah, they do that some years where they'll start the season off in Tokyo. I think last year was South Korea. Sometimes it's Japan, sometimes it's South Korea. Pepe, what's up, man? You're back? Oh, that's great to hear from you. Trump is reviving liberals in Canada. Well, I mean, that's not Trump's fault. If they're gonna keep voting themselves into a pit, then they're a liberal country. That's what they are. It's not Trump's fault if they end up voting for another liberal. A lot of it's Trudeau stepping down, so the Liberal Party got more momentum. Don't listen to anyone about background music. Yeah, I mean, some people have said I need background music. I could kind of understand it either way because there is some dead air in my streams. I fixed the audio. Yeah, I fixed the audio just by I think it's fixed for good. I don't know. People were saying yesterday it was messing up, but I think it's fixed for good because I did do something to fix it. I moved the ports around, and that because they're not feeded together. It's the webcam and then the microphone. Tennessee buzzer beater. Another half court shot. Nah, not necessarily half court. Oh, Bama's probably going to be on the 2 line. I mean, but the SEC is tough though, man. Now they got 6 losses though. That's an interesting arena. It's like Staples Center where they have it dimmed. Like most of the stands are dimmed, and the court is in light. Favorite energy drink? I haven't had an energy drink in forever. I mean, I would say the Monster Zero Sugar, whatever, the 10-calorie thing. And what the flavor? The most normie flavor. What is the most normie flavor? The ice one or some shit? Did you dump your meme coins? No, I didn't dump my meme coins. I have my meme coins still. Waiting for the market to turn around. Yesterday was over 1K viewers. Yeah, 1,200. I had that was the peak. They tell you your peak and stuff. So I had 1,200 viewers, which is it's nice. You know, you like to have high viewers, I guess. Yeah, I am caffeine sensitive. I had 2 energy drinks with like 200 when I was like in 2017, 2018. I had 2 energy drinks and it was only like 400 milligrams total. But sometimes I just get just it just does. You know, I have some serious sensitivities. I think honestly, but you know what? It's this weird thing because when I was in my workout routine, I would have 300, 400 milligrams, and it really wouldn't do much because you get used to it. But now I think if I did something. Do you do YouTube full time? Yeah, basically. I mean, this is technically I have a few other like the revenue would be the other earning source would be crypto, but it's not been earning me much recently. But we'll see what happens with this bull run. You think the market is going to dip soon? It's already dipped. It's dipped like 5,000 times. It's enough. It's recovering. I think right now, man. You let it recover for a few weeks. It's like these there's going to be a swift recovery. One day it's going to be really green, and I think people will realize the bull run is back on. What did you do for your workout routine? You do like it depends. I mean, what are you working out? You do arms. I did legs. Legs once a week, arms twice a week, chest twice a week, back twice a week, shoulders like once a week. I used to do some pretty good cardio stuff. I'd burn a lot of calories. Maybe I need to get back to it, but I don't know about that, man. Where's the Epstein stuff? It got hidden. It got stuffed up Biden's ass. They're trying to fish it out. Trying to fish it out of Biden's ass right now. Where are the files? Remember when Biden had all those files in his sweatshop garage? They're like in the back of his garage. Remember when Trump had files in his bathroom? Trump had files in the bathroom, and there's just all these pieces of like paper, like the guest bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. You're a personal trainer, and I hear guys tell me they do push pull legs 6 days. Yeah, that's like the bro split. You thought Trump would pause tariffs on Canada to give them time to work with Pierre? Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought it'd probably be smart to pause the tariffs because of the economy situation. Honestly, I mean, but tariffs are a long-term solution. They create a short-term problem. That's a good. Yeah, just tell liberals tariffs are a long-term solution, but there might be a short-term problem. That's really what it is. I mean, because in the long run, it's going to be good. You saw something like the pump fund bonding numbers. Yeah, the numbers are so down. It's like comparable to the summer. The summer it was really apparently down, but the pump fund needs to go away, man. Although I don't know if it really matters all that much whether it's here or not. It just goes to show you there's not a lot of money in the market right now. We're all gonna make it. You just can't trust any of these coins that are brand new. Like most of these are just rugs. Oh, let's take a look at Greenland, actually. Yeah, I'd be interested in re-entering Greenland. I mean, Greenland, like, this is the crazy thing with a coin like this. This coin is way better than Epstein. I mean, Epstein can't even hit 1 million. I bought this coin, like, back here. I should have sold it. I mean, I thought it was going to keep going up. But I'll have to re-enter Greenland when I sell the Epstein coin. But the Epstein coin just won't go up. Let's let the Epstein coin go back up to like 700 or 800K. If there's gonna be news, it'll go back up. I'll re-enter this maybe, but I don't know if there's gonna be any more Greenland news. Honestly, it's tough. Why didn't anyone care about Mount McKinley at all? But they flipped about the Gulf. Well, just the Gulf of America is more talked about. It's a massive body of water. You're not bothered by the tariffs because you aren't a business owner. Try owning a business. Well, it depends. Are you reliant? You're reliant on Canada. Yeah, I can see how it's tough for a business owner. But I mean, isn't that the point? They're trying to force the businesses to invest into U.S. product. It is more. I get it. You watching the Oscars? No. Trump coin is dead. Trump coin was dead the second, really, that it was the second that we saw the vesting schedule. It was always dead, though. I mean, there was a huge run up for it. There was a pretty epic run up to like 70 billion fully diluted. What about Canada 51st state coin? Yeah, I just don't think I was in that coin for a bit as well, but I just don't think that has any chance of happening. I think Greenland has a chance of happening. Canada, I don't think this one. I think its market cap is its market cap is lower, 36K. It really hasn't had as good of a run. I mean, if there's like crazy, I just don't see this thing like Greenland. I think the United States are really going to push to acquire it. Canada, I just don't feel like it's gonna. Although Trump's been really talking about it, so I mean, it's like a very nice accumulation, but you get like a little cheeky 4x off of it, 5x. I don't know. You should invite the Discord to talk on stream like you did last year. That was one of the funniest streams. That was, I mean, there was only like 3 people that talked. That was, I mean, we'd have to vet the people somehow, honestly, man. We'd have to vet them. Anyone with half a brain can make money on stocks. It's too easy. Yeah, but the problem is you're not going to make it. You have to have a lot of money to make money. But yeah, it's easy to generate more wealth on with stocks. Stocks, if you invest in the right ones, they'll pretty much always go up. But it's just they go up at such a slow rate. If you don't have a ton of money, you're not going to be able to multiply it at a extreme level unless you get into some lucky like lower capped stocks that go crazy. Like buying, you can buy Tesla in like 2012. I wonder what Tesla was even in 2012. I don't even know if it's been done that much of a X, honestly. Tesla was like $1.80 in 2012. It's at $2.93. I mean, that is a good gain. You game at all? Yeah, I mainly just play Call of Duty Zombies. Chances of US acquiring or annexing Greenland are very slim. I mean, I wouldn't say they're very slim. I would say there's a possibility it happens. You watch a fitness influencer who had puts $1 million into Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is like, it's definitely more risky, but it's. I could understand someone investing a ton of money into Bitcoin just because if you want to make money off Bitcoin now because of its market cap, you need to invest a fuck ton. It's not going to do like a 10x or anything. Also makes it a bit safer, but there's still some serious risk in terms of I don't think this is the end of the bull run, but Pam Bondi chances on getting fired. I mean, she needs to release something, but I mean, it's way too early for her to be let go by Trump or removed, but something needs to come out by Monday, I'll say that. Only 60K people in Greenland, oil. Yeah, I mean, it's the resources I think Trump is interested in. He has to say it's for protection, though. You had a dab. What is this, 2015? Cam Newton dab. Favorite zombies map? Probably Moon. I'd probably say Moon is my favorite. Is it true Trump's current deportations are lower than Biden's? So what happened is the liberals really started upping their deportations because they, like in the second half of the Biden administration, because they knew that they were getting crushed on immigration so much, and so they said, no, we're securing the border. So they started deporting a bunch of people in the second half. This is the difference. Trump needs to up the deportation numbers. We agree with that. But the border encounters are way down. They're like down by a factor of 10 from Biden to Trump. So in essence, a lot less people are entering the country in the first place under Trump. So it's still a better situation under Trump. But yeah, Trump definitely needs to deport more people. English is, oh man, yeah, because of the, but with these coins, it's like you got to either get into them or it's not going to happen. Official language of the U.S. Wait, this is the one. It's at 19K. Let me actually look this up. There's not even one on here, man. Are you talking about you're talking about the one at 19K? That's a really small market cap. Any new news? There's not much news happening. It's a Saturday night. The only thing is the minerals deal possible with Russia now. Bigger disappointment: the Trump meme coin killing all cryptos. Well, it's not going to kill all cryptos, man. But no, or the Epstein files. No, the Trump meme coin is next level. I mean, the Epstein files, we knew that was never going to be. I mean, the Epstein files were still a big disappointment, but hopefully something gets released. But the meme coin is like next level bad. You don't think this coin is pumping? I mean, the coin is at 13K in market cap. It's like it's not even at it's at nothing. It's non-existent. No one trusts Pump Fund. They go for bottom. Yeah, but no one has any trust for any new coins because they all get rugged. It's a horrible. It's a vicious market. Any of the Pump Fund coins just end up going to nothing. It's like, so people are like, what's the point of even buying any of this shit now? There's nothing that's creating. There's no community that's being created. I mean, I think I'm in some pretty good memes with good communities that are low in market cap. I mean, they've gotten hit hard. There's no doubt about it, but. You think Zelensky will give into the mineral deal? Well, he already said he wants to do the mineral deal. He has to. There's no choice. He needs the U.S. support for a negotiation. So, and now it's looking really bad because it looks like the United States has more leverage, possibly with a minerals deal on the table with Russia. So they're going to have to go through a renegotiation and potentially give the United States a better deal. Man, I did not eat anything today. Yeah, I saw that clip of Myron Gaines deporting that on whatever podcast. I saw that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Base is really, I like Base a lot. Base is, I think I'm gonna start buying some Base meme coins because let's see if I can get these trades done. But Base is really where a lot of these meme coins are gonna go crazy, and just AI projects in general. Because Base is Ethereum without fees. How's 4chan doing? Not, it's not doing well. But I mean, it's a lot of the smaller caps are going to get crushed. Meme coins. If Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum goes down. I mean, look at Ethereum's even like yearly chart. It's terrible. There has to be a run for Ethereum at least to 9K. I think if we just get one good run of like 4 or 5 months. IRO. Yeah, I remember that coin. That coin was huge, man. I don't know where it is now. It's probably still relatively high in market cap. At 20 million, not bad. And it looks dead in the water. So it went to like 400 million, huh? This reminds me of like Dog with Hat, honestly, a little bit. Obviously not nearly as high. 400 million. I mean, it could have another run. There's no doubt it could have another run, especially during a bull market. It's got, you know, it's got an established chart, which is honestly a lot, which you kind of need now. People don't want to buy new coins. You heard the U.S. might have a better mineral deal with Russia. Yeah, but I mean, the whole idea of the minerals deal was really to pay back the United States. That was a separate thing. Whether or not, I mean, I did kind of call that the United States and Russia were going to have a minerals deal. I did call that. That's not the point. But I mean, I called it. But it's not the point. But I called it. But we'll see if it ends up happening. Pam Bondi she needs to do this. Is absurd. I mean, this is ridiculous. You want me to look? She's not going to say anything because it's the weekend. Rapid response. Where's the rapid response to the Epstein list? What about the rapid response of that? You wanted me to check Pam Bondi? I did. She's not saying anything. Are you streaming the State of the Union? Yeah, I'll be streaming it very likely. That might be upcoming on the 4th. So Tuesday? Will Trump piss off the world and backdoor Zelensky and do a deal with Russia? Stop the war? To me, that's a separate deal. They were already going to do an economic relationship. It was already reported. I mean, whether or not that gets people angry. I mean, I guess Europe is going to be angry if Russia and the United States enter some type of agreement, because Europe is so threatened by Russia. But I think for safety throughout the world, an economic agreement between the United States and Russia would be good. I think Putin wants all the leverage in this negotiation, so he's trying to cut Ukraine out from under their legs and basically cut out the U.S. support of Ukraine for the negotiations by offering a similar minerals deal. Did you see the Norway fuel cut? Yeah, I saw that story. I heard that story was not correct. I don't know. But why would Norway pick a fight with the United States? I feel like that might not end up being correct, man. Like, there's no over the conduct with Zelensky. It's a joint address, I know, but people are saying it's basically a State of the Union. I mean, technically, it's not a State of the Union because Trump just came in. Why do people hate Pam Bondi? Well, because she promised to release the files. The files that got released were already released. Everybody already knew about them. There was this whole thing where these influencers acted like there's this big release and it's nothing new. And then she said, oh, now I'm getting all the documents on Friday, but she hasn't said anything about it. She's like, I'm demanding the documents from the FBI. They're withholding them from me by 8 a.m. on Friday. Well, it's Saturday night. What happened? Then the Zelensky stuff happened, and so... When will alt season happen? It'll probably happen around the holidays. Well, like around sometime within Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's probably alt season. Any news on Greenland? No, there's no news right now. There's no news because it's not in the news. It'll get back in the news cycle when something happens. There's going to have to be escalation there. Trump is going to have to acquire it. It's very important for the U.S. The Norway thing was a private company, basically one guy. So it's a non-story. Next shitcoin call. Well, listen, I was in the inside job. I'm in the inside job coin. But that's a longer term play, and it's based off of I'm actually in the Pi coin 3.14 as well. Yeah, look at the Pi coin. Maybe that'll be a good play. The one I'm in though, I don't know. I would sell that coin before the day though. Bracketology tomorrow? No, I'll do a bracketology on Monday. Tomorrow, it's like there's no point in doing it on Sunday right now. I'll do it on Monday. I'll probably do it every 4 or 5 days, the bracketology videos from here on out. And there'll be more, like I'll do one Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Why do you think Trump is so pro-Israel? He's been given a lot of money by Jewish donors a lot of money, especially for the 24 campaign. But I mean, that's just really a thing that happens when you get into U.S. politics. I mean, you need to be pro-Israel. That's kind of how it is right now. Why does Caitlin Collins have a job on CNN? Well, she's like their young star, and she's like the press girl or whatever. They think she's a young star, I guess. I don't know if anyone's really a Pam Bondi simp at this point, man. People just want this release. Just release something at least on Monday. We gotta wait for Monday because they're not gonna release anything tomorrow, or I wouldn't expect them to. You're in the Picoin. Which one are you in? I think I'm in a different one than you, honestly, because the problem is I'm not in this. I'm not in this one. This is the main one, but I'm not in it. Oh, this one's down to this one. This is a good entry, honest. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this thing will just tank. The thing with this coin, I think it went to like 1 million or something. I don't know how. Yeah, how did this coin even go to 1 million? It's just. Wait, this coin went to. No, that's fake. That's a fake. That's a fake thing. I don't know. This coin might have went to like 1 million or something. I'm in the other Pine coin where it's just the pi symbol. It's I think it's lower on market cap. We're gonna make it. That meme coin. You doubt anything meaningful gets declassified? What a joke, man. At least give us some stuff on Bill Gates or something. Just give us some hype. So we can just get something. We're gonna make it. Oh, this actually looks like a good chart for a new coin. Stay away from anything like this, though. Stay far away. Not worth it. It's not worth it. It's gonna be a loss. You're actually up on Trump. What are you doing? What you're buying official Trump, really? You're the only person buying official Trump left in the world. Yeah, you're up 4%. Congrats. You bought down here. You're up like 6%. Wow. Zoom in and you will see. This is pretty impressive. This is good, but this Trump coin is pumping. When you zoom in a little and you'll see it's pumping. Don't zoom out. Don't zoom out. Is there a Pam Bondi coin? Yeah, it went to 0. No, I don't know if there's one. When is Cash getting to work? Cash put out a statement saying everything's going to come out. Nobody believes it, though. Sell now on the Trump coin? Yeah, sell to make 5% quickly. That'll be a good trade for you. Make your 5%. When in doubt, don't zoom out. Yeah, just like the Epstein coin. This is a new strategy. Wait, what about the JF? Is this coin? I'm in this coin as well. What about the JFK files? Yeah, all right. This is accumulation. We'll take this is a good looking chart. This is really nice. This is not cope. This is actually a good chart. This is accumulation. Accumulating for the breakout. Accumulating for a 3 or 4 million. Wait, it actually hit 3 million? Yeah, this is bullish. This is what you want to see. Do you think the 9/11 coin? Well, which one are you in? I'm in the inside job coin. There's multiple different 9/11 coins. It went down to 25K. This coin's been out for a while. That's actually bullish. Yeah, this is good. You want to see this when it's out for a while? Come on, man. This thing hit 800K. Had a little run up. Let it accumulate. Just let it accumulate. Let it accumulate. I got myself like 1.5%. You were betting on $12 being the bottom of Trump. Yeah, I mean it might be, but the problem is Trump's gonna get Trump is getting the unlock in 2 months, so he's gonna dump coins onto the market. You're gonna have to sell before then. You might get like a pump, but dude, it's not even worth going into the Trump coin because it's way too high in market cap for it to do anything of value. Do you think Trump will mention the Epstein file debacle at the State of the Union? Probably not. He wants everything that's good going on. So he's not, unless something comes out on Monday about it, he's not going to mention that. That's just a positivity thing for him. He talks. Any news on the Kanye coin? Not that I've seen. I'm guessing hopefully it's not happening. I hope he doesn't drop one. Or they're just waiting for a better time in the market because the market's been shitty the past like week. I mean, they also like screwed themselves by admitting they took over Kanye's account. Like they bought it for 17 million or 20 million. You're holding until $24. Yeah, I mean, you're getting like a 2x, I guess. So, I mean, you get a lot more in crypto than that on coins. You want to make a coin? Yeah, I would say you do it on Base. Don't do it on Solana. Solana is there's just no belief on Solana. The problem with making a coin now is like when I look at coins, dude, price history now. Just because, and so pretty much everyone we need price histories on these coins because there's no way you can trust any new coin that comes out. It's just like, wait, what that? Oh, that's a day chart. I was gonna say, is there another one? Like any of these coins, it's like the only way would be if you had like so much of the supply you could keep it up. Look at what happened to Dave Portnoy. I mean, he's launching. This is Dave Portnoy's coin. It's not good. Oh, did he launch Greed 3? No, this is not his. This is not his. But he's launched coins and they've tanked. You're making a meme coin to raise money for Justin Tucker's victims. That's okay. It's kind of odd. But I mean, yeah, just that Justin Tucker stuff. It's another Deshaun Watson. People are putting their address in the chat. Dan Crenshaw wants to kill Tucker. Yeah, that Crenshaw's a hothead clown. And then he tried denying it. He got embarrassed because they got him on a hot mic saying he's like, I would kill him. I'm not kidding. But that's just what Crenshaw. He should not be in politics at this point. He's like the definition of a rhino, and just that's the type of people you're trying to get out of the Republican Party. Greed 4 is already in the works. Launching Greed. Remember, he was just like, just launched Greed 2. It's an important. It's a very valuable asset. Greed 2. If there's a Pam Bondi meme coin on Solana, it would be a good buying opportunity. Dude, no, it wouldn't. It would. I mean, there's a Cash Patel coin I'm in, but it's terrible. Look at this. The Pam Bondi coin. $126 market cap. Here, take a look at the Cash Patel one. Yeah, if there's something big that comes out about Cash Patel, this one at least has a market cap of 54K. And this is a weird looking chart. What the hell? Yeah, man, I don't know whose address are you giving? That's not my address. You're making a meme coin to raise money for Trump victims. I mean, those type of coins normally don't do anything, man. I mean, I guess good luck. I don't know what address are you putting out, man? You're not gonna be able to do that, brother. Yeah, this is the Cash Patel coin. Yeah. That's your address, but well, who cares? Why are you putting it out? People in the chat are threatening a boxing match. Guys, you're gonna have to take it to another platform, please. Take it to X or some shit. Take it to X. Fan bodies. If people are want to have a boxing match or something and doxing each other, just take it to another platform. Why don't do it in my my chat. There's no need. You still in NASDAQ 420? Yeah, I mean, I think they're producing good content. I was looking at it, so I'm still in NASDAQ for sure. It's unfortunate. There were some big whales that got out. It tanked the price bad. I mean, when you get big whales that buy early and then get out like that, it's... But yeah, I didn't sell mine. Yeah, the pastor launched a coin. I forget what the dude's name was. Like Maurice or some shit. Remember that coin? I mean, there's so many of these. All these rappers are launching scams now. Adam22 with the scam. Yeah. If you guys have a boxing match, I mean, we'll watch it here, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, like, you know, it's like, I don't know, two people were fighting in my chat. I already have the cash coin, dude. I'm waiting. Yeah, I have it. I mean, this is a good chart. You're right. You know a good chart when you see one. When you see a chart like this, you'll get a quick 5 or 6 X candle wick and get out. I agree. Yeah, cuck coin. That's Adam22. You blocked him, so it's over. The guy is clearly insane. And you weren't saying anything bad. You just said Pam Bondi should be fired. And then he was trolling me and gave his address. So there's a fight over Pam Bondi or something? You will agree to that? Let's box. Well, he blocked you. You can't, AJ, he can't see your messages. He blocked you. Sorry for the liberals booing the anthem as a Canadian. Yeah, I mean, it just happens, but you know, obviously Trump said some stuff, so not a big deal. Chad is simping for Bondi. I mean, these people simp for everyone here. Let's, you know, it's like... What a bitch. I am down, though. Come to my home. Let's get after it. I mean, if that's your actual address, dude, like... at least you put your money where your mouth is. White House summit at BTC on Friday. Yeah, anything. I'm so sick and tired of this crypto shit with the White House. I really am. Remember they had the crypto ball and that little bitch boy Nick O'Neill was like, I got the contract address for Trump coin. I got the contract. It's just like, no, it's all insider crypto people, just degenerate scum that go to those things. I'm not a fan of those things. Like the crypto ball, it's just a scum event, and it actually does bad things for crypto price, for the crypto price. I'm tired of these influencers, man. Yeah, you keep giving out your address. You're he blocked you. I don't even know if you can do that. Can you do that on? This is the thing, guys. He blocked. Can you block someone on a YouTube chat? I mean, I can block someone from being able to comment, but can a user block another user? What do you think Trump's approval rating will be right before the State of the Union? It's probably going to be what it is right now. It's only like 3 days before the State of the Union. It's probably going to be like 53%. This is a good comment. He says, I'm a Democrat, but you are very fair in terms of most of your Trump coverage, with the exception of January 6th rigged election. Well, I didn't even cover January 6th very much. All I said was, I mean, that was an election you would agree that was manipulated by big tech. But no, I appreciate that. How can you surpass the Constitution to make Trump the president? Well, no, you don't have to surpass it. You have to reinterpret the amendment. I think it's the 12th or 22nd Amendment. So do you think that the whole media blow up and now Putin offering minerals is a big play to show the insanity of the endless war Zelensky and Ukraine want? My guess is Russia understands now that there's a clear rift between the U.S. and Ukraine, and Putin's trying to take advantage of it and turn it to where it's Russia doesn't have the United States as an ally in a negotiating window. Thoughts on JD Vance ski trip? Yeah, I reacted to that already. I thought it was ridiculous. Like that, the whole like he's JD Vance is arguing for America first. That's the whole point. Show gratitude, and then they're like Ukraine first. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have. There's two guys that are trying to have a boxing match in my chat. But I mean, like, let's just leave this here tonight, guys. All right, that's gonna do it for this stream. I don't know if those guys are gonna continue or in the chat or whatever. I think they probably are. I mean, this is an odd situation here. But I mean, I streamed for 2 hours and a half. But it's like, guys, you got to stop. Don't do that in the next stream. It's gonna derail the chat. It's gonna derail the chat. That's the problem. Do you think the U.S. can acquire Greenland without paying Denmark? Greenland can vote for independence. Yeah, the issue is they want to be independent of Denmark, but then they don't want to join the United States. I think they want an economic partnership with the U.S. But the U.S. is gonna have to. They're gonna have to just take it. I mean, you're gonna have to take Greenland. It's legal. It's a military exercise, not an invasion. Yeah, this is a strange thing that happened here. It's kind of good. Yeah, I mean, people in my chat, it's just like the constant simping for Nancy Mace of all people. That's like it's and then you've got a fight breaking out between two people. I didn't even know what was happening. Someone's like they're trying to these people are trying to fight each other. There's an address that they're doxing each other. So it's just I mean, I was just like I'm not going to ban them. I'm not going to ban I mean, what do you want me to do? They can go hash it out if they want. But one of them got banned. No, one of them blocked the other one. So now it's like the Pam Bondi Sims, Nancy Mace Sims, Trump Sims. You don't. He says, "I don't back down. I doxed myself. Let's get it, bro." I mean, is it? I don't think the other dude's even in the live stream anymore, man. You might be fighting yourself, like that meme of the Japanese soldier who fought for 58 years after World War II. Let's get a pizza sent to AJ's house. You don't have mods in here. Well, honestly, I'm moderating it. I'm actually okay with this happening. No, this is actually fine. This is not a big deal for me, but my mods are not active tonight. So I'll moderate it. I moderate it. Yeah, he did. I think he blocked you. I'm not sure he's in the chat. Nicole Sims, Nicole Shanahan. I can't blame him about Nicole Shanahan. Brett, I haven't seen anyone say anything about Brett Cooper in this chat. How did the fight start? I don't know. I saw someone's. All I saw was it was a fight over Pam Bondi and like I don't know if they wanted to like someone was like Pam Bondi's hot as fuck and I don't know. No, I don't know. But I just saw it's like somebody leaked his address. I was like, what? Wait, why is there an address here? It's like a legit address. How's the slime? I don't know what coin that is. Let me look it up. Slime yo. You'll be a mod and ref the fight. Yeah, I might have to get a few more mods, honestly. I don't know. You're still here? Yeah, she's still trying to talk to you, man. Tim Waltz, Sims. Tim Walls. All right.